are living in an epidemic, but not the kind that you think. Today, hustle is glorified. Exhaustion is worn like a badge of honor. We are constantly chasing impossible standards, pushing our human limits. And somehow we're feeling proud of being exhausted. We wake up, check our phones, and instantly feel behind. Notifications, emails, social media, all whispering, you are not doing enough. You are not enough. And the result is that we feel depleted, disconnected from ourselves, from others, and from life itself. Has it ever happened to you that no matter how much you do in a day, it never feels like enough? Yeah, and you're not alone. But here's the good news. Life doesn't have to be this way. You were never meant to live in exhaustion. And what if I told you that there is a whole other way to live? A way in which you can design a life where you thrive instead of just survive. And the answer lies in radical self-love. And I know, radical sounds like a big word, because it is. Self-love is a bold, rebellious act in a world that profits from your self-doubt. And I know this firsthand. Because if you would have met me about 10 years ago, you would have seen a very different person from the one that you see today. I was married, mom of two, with a thriving career, 2 jobs, managing a home. The fierce autism advocate for my son, and the happy dance mom for my daughter. Taking calls during therapy sessions, sending emails during competitions, making sure I was managing what was for lunch in my home while also leading a team. And everybody called me a superwoman. You are such a superwoman, Fran. And I wore that badge with pride. But on the end of the day, where I got home, I just took the superwoman layer off me, and I was so exhausted. And after 17 years of running the same script of perfect superwoman, I hit burnout. Hard. And one day I just cried to the universe, I've been a good woman. There has to be something more to life than this. And the universe answered my pleas a little bit more faster than I expected, thank goodness. Because the next day, I received a work email. It was an opportunity for me to travel to the other side of the world for 1 month. It felt incredible, but it also felt impossible. So a part of me said, oh yes, I deserve this. But another part of me said, who is going to take care of all of your family operation? All of your to-dos? How is your family going to survive without you? In the end, I said yes. Not because I was convinced, but because I needed to rediscover who I was below the layer of superwoman. And after the shocking moment where I announced it to my ex-husband and kids, and their jaw dropped, I remember going to the airport, and I could feel the guilt weighing so heavily on my shoulders. But as I started to walk past the custom lines, I started to shake off the layers. And when I got to the plane, I said to myself, Francesca, just let go. Be human for once. And that permission marked the beginning of my very own personal honeymoon. And in that month, everything changed. Not because my life radically shifted, but because I learned how to radically love myself with 3 simple lessons that I came to share with you today. The first lesson is to be kind to yourself. We are so amazing with the people that we love. We believe in them so fiercely. But then when it comes to us, we are usually not that nice. We push ourselves, compare ourselves, and when it comes to our dreams, somehow we are not good enough or we don't feel deserving, right? So be kind to yourself is basically to grab the golden rule that you learned as a kid to treat others the way you want to be treated and use it on you because it also applies to you. And this is like upgrading your operating system for people pleasing and, self-loathing to a system that actually works for you and the life that you want to create. And imagine how beautiful it would be to have yourself as your biggest advocate. That would be amazing. The second lesson I learned was to be in the now. Because no matter how much we try, we cannot change the past and we cannot predict our future. And yet we spend so much time chasing the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow that we forget to admire the rainbow itself. And you don't need to take a 1-month trip to start. We can do it together right now. Place your hand on your heart. Take a deep breath. And let this remind you that you're here, alive. And when you allow yourself to stop and take pauses during your day, you will start to notice all of the beautiful gifts that life has to remind you that life is beautiful. The next lesson I learned, the last one, is find something that makes your heart sing. I'm not going to sing because then you leave, but you get my point. Because life is too short. We have no idea how long we're going to be in this planet. So let's make the most out of life. And we know how to enjoy life. We knew this when we were kids. We just forgot as we grow up and put on layers. So grab the layers, toss them out, and find something that brings you joy. Okay? Every single day. And think about this like a bank account. You can either overspend by overdoing and then go into burnout, or you can deposit joy every single day and build emotional wealth. Up to you, your choice. So here's my invitation for all of you today. Start changing your relationship with yourself right now. I want you to think about a word or a phrase, something that you wish you heard more often, something that is loving, encouraging, and allows you to feel expansive. It can be something like, I'm loved. I am worth it. My voice matters. I deserve a great life. I am doing an awesome job in life. And take that phrase, and I want you to use it as your personal mantra whenever you need it. Because here is the truth. You cannot change life, but you can control the way that you respond to it. So be kind to yourself, live in the now, and find something that makes your heart sing. Because the world doesn't need a version of you that it is depleted and disconnected. The world needs a version of you that feels whole, loved, and expanded. So say yes to yourself because you are worth it.